In this lesson, we're going to discuss master pages. If you'd like to follow along, go to File, Open, and in the Sample Files folder, choose 0307 Pages, Mastering Master Pages, and just click Open. Let me just scroll over so I can see the whole spread, and open the Pages panel. Master pages are one of the most powerful features in InDesign. Master pages generally contain the common elements that you would find in a lot of pages in a document. Items such as auto page numbering and the basic framework of a layout. Like for instance, on this page, I have this purple stripe going across the top, as well as an image, and a couple of frames that just say page. Well, I would like to use auto page numbering. Let me go to the master by double-clicking on it. Next to the word page, I'm going to add a space. Go into the type menu to insert special character, markers, and something called current page number. On the master page, it's going to insert an A. Let me move in a little bit closer so you can see it. That's only because it's on an A master. That's really the page number for the master page. If I was on a B master, it would be page B. But watch what happens when I go to page 2. It says page 2. On page 4, it says 4. Let me go back to my master. I'm going to scroll over to the other page. Go back to my type tool and just click after the word page and add a space by clicking on my space bar and then going back to the type menu, insert special character, markers, current page number. What this marker is all about is any page that the A master has been applied to, it's going to put that current page number on that page. So you can see on page 3, it was 3. On page 5, it's 5. Let me just go back to my master, then go to the View menu, Fit Spread in Window so we can see the whole spread. Any of the common elements that I want to apply to certain pages, I can apply them quickly and totally consistently. And I also can make changes, if I like, very quickly just by changing the master. All of the other pages will update very quickly. Let me show you. I'm going to click with my selection tool on the top purple bar and just make it taller. Watch what happens to the thumbnails. You can see that now the purple bar has gotten taller, so it does work. But how do I create a new master? What I can do is go under the Options menu to New Master. In the New Master window, it's going to name it B. And the name of the actual master is master. You can change that to anything you like. So if it's a master that has graphs on it all the time, you can call it graphs. Or if it's running text, you can call it text. And right now, it's not based on another master. I can actually base one master on another. My only other existing master is a master in this pop-up menu. And what that would do is it would take everything that's on the A master and put it in the new B master. In this case, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to base it on none. And you'll see why in just a minute. How many pages are there in my master page? 2, a left page and a right page. The size is letter size. Here's the size, 8.5 by 11. Here's the orientation. Now, all I need to do is click OK. And I have a new master page. But I'd like some of the elements from the other master. What I could do is double-click on a master, and what I'd like to copy are the page numbers. So let me do that. I'm just going to go to my selection tool and then click on each one of these text frames. I also want to have this bar, but I'm going to use it in a slightly different way on the other master. So I'm going to shift-click on that purple bar, and then I'm just going to hit copy. I'm going to go to Edit, Copy, or Command or Control C. Now go back to my B master and use one of my favorite features in InDesign. When I found this feature when I first switched from Quark to InDesign, I was hooked. I never wanted to see Quark again. I'm going to go under the Edit menu to something called Paste in Place. And what it's going to do is everything I copied from the other page, it's going to paste it exactly in the same position on this new master. Now, because my pages are white, I actually want to take this bar and move it down to the bottom of my page, and then make it taller by clicking and dragging from the center bounding box point downward. Now, I can't see my type because this bar happens to be in a type layer. I need to do a little trick that we're going to talk about later when we talk about layers, but for now, with that object selected, there's going to be something called a selection square. If you click on that selection square and then drag it down towards the background, right over the background layer, and let go, it's now going to be behind my type. Let me drag this up to make it just a little bit taller and go back to my Pages panel. Well, now I have a second master. How do I apply it to other pages and spreads? Well, if I want to apply it to another spread, all I have to do is click on B Master and drag it down over the top of a spread. And you can see either I can apply it to a single page, you see how the page is outlined, or if I go to any corner in my thumbnails, you can see how the entire spread is being highlighted. And if I let go when that entire spread is outlined, it's going to apply that master to that specific spread. Let me double click on that spread so you can see that it actually says pages 6 and 7. And what's nice about it, because I use paste in place, if I go to page 4, you can see the page numbers are not moving. They're exactly in the same place. So it's totally consistent. Another way to apply masters to a specific page is to click on the page and then Option click or Alt click on a PC on that master, and it's going to apply that master. I can actually select a bunch of pages at the same time. I'm going to click on pages 4 and 5 to highlight them, and then to select another page, like for instance, page 1. On a Mac, I'm going to Command click on that thumbnail, and on a PC, I'm going to Control click on it, and it selects exactly the pages that I want. And now I can Option or Alt click on my B Master to apply it to those pages. So very quickly, I can apply exactly the masters I want. Is it possible to take a document page and make that into a master? I'm going to click and drag next to my page 8 to add pages to my document that don't have a master applied to it. Let me add a couple of more pages. I'm going to double click on pages 10 and 11. Let me just put anything on it. I'm just going to go to my rectangle tool and click and drag across my document, make a kind of unusual page. Let me make this a little bit shorter by going to my selection tool. So I have this large stripe at the top. I can go under the Options menu of the Pages panel and go to Master Pages, Save as Master. And it's going to save that particular page as a Master C, as a C master. What if I have masters in a pre-existing document, let's say a brochure that's part of a campaign? Well, rather than starting my master pages from scratch, at any time I can go under my Options menu and go to Master Pages, Load Master Pages, and I can select my other document and just click Open, and it would add all of the masters from that particular document. Let me hit Cancel. Another thing that's kind of nice about Master Pages, let me go to my B Master. And let's say I wanted a guide that was going to be on every single page that that master was applied to. All I have to do is click on either one of my rulers and drag the guide onto my page. And now when I go to any page that has a B master applied, there's that guide. It's a great way to have guides consistently placed on every single page. I could also create grids of guides if I wanted, as mentioned in a previous lesson, just by going to Create Guides. And I can set up rows and columns of guides that will be on every single page that the master is applied to. One last question about masters, though. Let's say I wanted to select a master page object. It's not letting me do it on my local pages. Is there a way to unlock a master page object so I can either delete it or move it? Absolutely. But I need to know a certain command. Let me show you. I'm going to hit Command-Shift on a Mac, Control-Shift on a PC, and then click on the object to unlock it. So I can make it taller or simply hit my delete key to get rid of it. I could also, if I wanted to unlock all the master page objects on a particular spread, I could go under the Options menu of my Pages panel and go to Override All Master Page Items. And that's going to unlock everything. So now all I have to do is click on any of these objects and I can move it around or delete it. So if I select my guide, I can simply hit delete to delete that guide on that particular spread. We're going to continue talking about the Pages panel in the next lesson.